Hey, what is up, guys? This is Bo, or Carl Hunga 712. Today I'm going to be getting a little sweaty with you guys today on Meltdown here. Basically, this gameplay was taken here probably about a week ago, week and a half ago. I was on real late at night, and as you guys know, the later you get on Call of Duty, or really any games for that matter, basically that's when the sweats get on. You know, the kids that want to go hard 24/7, you know, they can't have fun playing a game. We can't enjoy ourselves. We got to get really sweaty, which is, you guys know, as a competitive player like myself, you know, I enjoy doing that. But there's some nights I just want to get on and run around and be a dumbass. And of course, you guys see that a lot in my live streams. But you know, when Junior and I are going hard in league play, you know, that's a whole different thing. But what ended up happening was I was playing a game here, the prior game there, and as you can see, thank God I've got a flak jacket on there. But I was playing a game on Aftermath. And I was running around with Ghost on, and I think it was Lightweight or something like that. So, and I usually run around with Flak Jacket and Tac Mask just because everybody's got to throw C4 grenades and dildo charges at you. So I figure, you know, why not protect yourself so you don't have to deal with the bullshit. So I decided to throw on Flak Jacket and my other normal stuff, which I usually have on. Like I said, this time I kind of wanted to play more stealthily. You know, just for something different, and kind of flank a lot and get behind people. Just, you know, just for something different. I like changing up my play style. So I decided to get sweaty with this one kid. I ended up making him rage quit about halfway through, which was kind of funny. Basically, the whole match previously before this, he just decided, well, you know what, I'm going to fucking chuck a block of C4 at your face every 5 seconds. So I said, well, you know what, fuck you, buddy. I'm going to put on my flak jacket, and we're gonna go at it. This is going to be all gun skill here, nothing else. And I think I end up going like 35-5 or 38-5 or something like that. I do a really good job here, and I play the objective. I capture pretty much all my tags, too, if I remember correctly. So, like I said, I think you guys are going to really enjoy the background gameplay. Sorry for the really long introduction there, but what I wanted to talk about with you guys today, and it's something you hear a lot of when it comes to competitive players and tournaments and different things like that, is this thing that, like I said, I don't know if you guys have heard this. I'm sure you have, especially watching my channel. This thing called the skill gap. And, you know, what the hell does it mean? You know, is it even in Call of Duty? Is there really a skill gap in this game? You know, what do you guys think? But anyways, when players and you know, just players of any kind, it can even be just, you know, public match players, you know, who just want to run around and have fun. But anyways, when people talk about the skill gap, what they're basically saying is that this game, because a lot of times you'll hear people talk about Black Ops 2 having one of the highest skill gaps in Call of Duty, and I agree with them on that. And what skill gap means is, of course, you know, just the lame easy answer, oh, well, this game takes skill to play. Well, no shit. But basically in Black Ops 2, the way you succeeded, especially in league play and the competitive play, was, let's take Hardpoint, for example. You really had to know the spawn system. You had to anchor. You had to control spawns for each Hardpoint. Otherwise, basically, you were fucked. There was, you know, if you lost spawns on a Hardpoint, you probably lost pretty much all the time on that hill. And you didn't get to see that a lot, like in Advanced Warfare, of course, Advanced Warfare, or of course Ghost, excuse me, that didn't have Hardpoint, but of course Black Ops 2, and as we could see in Advanced Warfare, they had the Hardpoint game mode. Of course, in Advanced Warfare, due to the speed, the jetpacks, and everything else, you really didn't have to worry about rotating early, setting up spawns, figuring out where people are going to be, and things like that, because the game played so fast that you could basically wait until 5 or 10 seconds before the next hill, and you didn't really have to worry about, you know, getting spawns for your team and setting up for the next hill, which, of course, if you guys don't know what I mean when I say hill, I just simply mean Hardpoint. That's what most people call it in competitive gaming, is the hill. But with Black Ops 2, you had a lot of that. You had to prepare, you had to rotate early, you had to win your one-on-one gunfights when rotating. Otherwise, you were kind of screwed for your next Hardpoint. Now, when it came to Capture the Flag, of course, Capture the Flag, I think, is a game that requires a ton of skill, too. I actually love Capture the Flag. I hated the game when I first started playing Call of Duty, but once I figured out, you know, spawns and where people are going to be and basically how you had to play, I really started to enjoy Capture the Flag. Now, in Capture the Flag, especially on, again, we didn't see it in Advanced Warfare due to the movements and the mechanics in the game. It really, you didn't have to worry too much about map positioning and setting up and things like that, again, because of the speed of the game. Basically, you can get from one side of the map to the other in, probably under 10 seconds, with overclock and lightweight and everything. But in Black Ops 2, if you guys never had the chance to play Capture the Flag on Black Ops 2, and you like Capture the Flag, if you're one of those people like me who really enjoyed the game, try to go back and play it one of these days, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Especially in 4v4 competitive matches, it was basically, again, about map control, knowing spawn systems where everybody's going to be, and it was a constant game of rotations. Like when Junior and I go into League Play, and you can even watch some of our League Play matches on here. I'll definitely get, live stream some more League Play for you guys, because I know you guys enjoy watching that from time to time. But basically, the whole time you're playing that game of Capture the Flag, you're thinking to yourself, okay, there's all 4 people up. There's 4 people up on our side. Let's say we push out this way and they push out with us. Say if 2 of our teammates go down, well, now we know that the other team is pushing our flag. So now here comes the game of rotation. You have to rotate back. You have to protect your flag, but you also don't want to rotate back too far and basically turtle yourself into the home base, because if you all get taken out by a couple of guys, you basically give up a free cap because you'll get spawned out so far. And that's basically why people always talk to you guys about the skill gap in these games, especially in Black Ops 2, because basically in a game like this, there was so much that went into it. Not only did you have to have great gun skill, or I shouldn't say great gun skill, you needed pretty decent gun skill, but map positioning, awareness, spawns, just like I said, knowing where people are going to be, knowing people's tendencies, understanding the maps. This game it took a lot of skill. Now, do I think it's the most skillful Call of Duty? I wouldn't say that. I think some of the older Call of Duties like COD 4 or Black Ops 1, just due to the fact that those games had a lot of recoil on the weapons and other things to take into account. Not saying that Black Ops 2 had laser beam weapons, but I'll tell you right now, you guys go back and play Black Ops 1 one of these days, and you'll see that game required a lot of skill too. Now, of course, the faulty hit detection, of course, helps with that. It makes it seem like it requires more skill because you really have to keep your gun on target. But you also had to deal with recoil, and I think a lot of people who just got into Call of Duty, and I mean, I haven't been in the Call of Duty scene that long, but I started off playing older Call of Duties before I got up to the newer ones. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand, especially your new Advanced Warfare players, is that, these older games, it wasn't all about speed and just spraying from the hip. You had to position yourself. You had to understand spawn systems. You had to be able to control your weapons, because these weapons actually had kick to them. You actually had to understand, okay, I'm using this gun, it kicks up and to the left. Okay, this gun kicks up and to the right. This one just is vertical. And you had to understand that, because if you didn't, you could miss a shot or two, and when you're playing quality, great players, a shot or two missed will basically equal you losing each and every gunfight, pretty much, unless you can always hope that they miss gunshots too. But when you're playing the top tier players, they don't miss. And again, that's one thing I love about competitive Call of Duty. It challenges you so much. But of course, we got to Ghost, and a lot of people said Ghost was one of the least skillful games, and I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think with the hit detection and the netcode being so great on that game, and basically you dying so fast because of the hit detection being so solid, that game required a lot of positioning skills. So your hardcore type of players really did well in Call of Duty Ghost. Some of the other players, I really didn't like, not being a bullet sponge like you kind of were in Black Ops 2 and some of the other games. But, map positioning was a huge thing. But the guns in Ghost were a little too accurate. You basically had submachine guns that filled the classes of assault rifles and sniper rifles. And, of course, with Advanced Warfare, you had pretty much laser weapons as well. And you also had the issue with basically your players that are moving always had the advantage in Advanced Warfare, and that's typically how it's been in some of the older Call of Duties. Just a tip for you guys, typically the person who is moving has the advantage in the gunfight, unless you're sniping or something else is going wrong, or if somebody just is really on a good head glitch or positioning themselves well, you're not going to win the gunfight. But typically, the person moving always has the advantage, and that's one of the huge knocks also on Advanced Warfare, was that you didn't have to really worry about map positioning. You just had to worry about, hey, let's double jump, let's dodge, let's dash, let's dive, let's do all these different things and spray from the hip, and we're going to win probably 9 out of 10 of our gunfights. Not saying that it didn't require some skill. I mean, it did require mastery of the movement, and you had to understand, you know, how to traverse through the map. But anyways, I kind of wanted to just give you guys a little bit of a background over skill gap, and you know, what do you guys think? What Call of Duty games do you think had the highest of skill gaps? You know, I want to hear that from you guys, and I want to know if you like these kind of videos where I break stuff down. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you next video, and Bo out.